Orc War Chief Reviews. Yet I'm thinking of doing it myself.
Decide to join in on this fantabulastic stream. How are we all doing today? How are we all doing on this magical Atari Monday? I don't know. Maybe I should give it. Hey, LCX, how are we? Actually, I will just solve this problem entirely. Here we go. Why is
LCX Halo Vintendo Vaults.
What's going on with my
music down a bit and your voice up. Orc War Chief Reviews. Your music's too loud, my friend.
Oh shit. Well,
LCX Sleepy.
what is going on? I might need to like delete shit or not delete shit. I might need to close shit that's like taking up too much RAM because my speaking bot, whatever the hell, should be able to run in the background Why it is not, I don't know. Alright, maybe this will be fine. Alright. Well, it is Atari Day. Hello, Karumi Good Gamer. Pepsi, oh shit, Pepsi Invader. Yeah, that would be today.
Kurumi the Good Gamer. Pepsi Invader. Kurumi the Good Gamer.
I'm probably not gonna rank that, because, I mean, I will just be ranking actual
Logan.
Space Invaders.
Nintendo Vaults. Hey L Orc. Rumi A.
I will just be, like, yeah, ranking actual, what is it? I will be ranking, like, actual Space Invaders, but we will play Pepsi Invaders, don't you worry. But we're going to play a classic, and you can't spell classic without ass, so here's Pac-Man on Atari. So I've kind of been teasing this one a little bit. I have
LCX.
some... Oh my god, this has Chivos.
What up, Nintendo?
This has Chivos, that's really cool. I have interesting thoughts on Pac-Man for Atari. And those interesting thoughts are this game is actually kind of okay. I think this really divides a lot of people. Some people absolutely love it and will just, like, worship the ground it walks on, probably because they had it back in the day. This was one of the most popular 2600 games, for better or for worse, when it came out. On the other hand, there are other people who not only hate it, but kind of lump it in with E.T. for basically blaming it for not only the Atari's demise, but just the very nearly the video game industry's demise
LCX.
as a whole.
Folded hands bless folded hands.
Yes. I think it's okay. It is also loud. Hold on a second. Oh shit, that is loud on my end. It can go down a bit. I'm actually gonna reset. And actually turn it down on my end a bit. Here we go. So, the biggest problem with this game, well, two big problems. One, it's very scaled back, even for a 2600 game. Second thing, and by scaled back, I don't just mean the graphics, I mean the entire game
Nintendo
itself.
Vaults. Damn. His head can't even turn. Times were rough and primitive.
I'll get to that. But, this only has one level. The original Pac-Man, well, had technically up to, like, 256, but there were probably, like, 10 or 15 unique fruits in, Pac-Man, and the game, even if the levels were not, like, all that inspiring, the game would at least, like, you know, get faster and things like that. Here, absolutely none of that. You had one level, you could play it over and over again, rack up a high score,
Katsu
and that's
Samya.
really about it.
Just got here. Hot take, but I really don't think this Pac-Man version is that bad.
I was literally
Nintendo Vault.
just saying that.
Just chillin' L what's shaken.
I was literally just
Katsu
saying that this
Samya.
is not that bad.
It is embarrassingly primitive and even I could make it, but still.
Yeah, I think that's fair, but I think I will give it some leeway for one, being on Atari, and two, being rushed as all hell. I think this had a very similar development time as E.T. on Atari, so probably like a couple of months, 3 months at most.
Kurumi the Good Gamer.
I mean, granted nowadays
Katsu.
you could just easily make this in about 3 minutes, but you know, making these games was very difficult at the time. And even like simple things like keeping the dots
Kurumi
evenly
the good
spaced,
gamer.
they couldn't really get
No
right.
Nigama memes on Katsu stream for 2 weeks. It's time to wake up.
That's got to be a
They
personal
made
record.
more copies of Pac-Man than they made Atari 2600.
They did,
Just like
and
E.T.
Same, yeah,
Kurumi
exactly,
the good
same thing
gamer.
with E.T.
And it's shit.
I will defend
Kurumi the
it,
good
but
gamer.
I understand why
Cause
people don't
black
like
screen was reserved for space games.
I think this is a perfectly playable version of Pac-Man. I think the other issue, though, and this is maybe a more deal-breaking issue, is the flicker of the ghosts. It is really bad, and it is also pretty bad in Ms. Pac-Man. I don't think it makes the game necessarily unplayable, but it definitely makes it harder than it actually needs to be. That was just my bad. And I guess, like, on the other hand, like, this is so charmingly primitive and was such a common game that it's kind of become just classic. Like, if you had an Atari, you probably either had this game or knew somebody who had this game. Like, if you grew up at the time. And if you had any home port of Pac-Man at the time, it was probably this one. I was trying to get the cherry, but it wouldn't let me. It is really hard to get in that area. I think I pretty much have to do it while I'm invincible. I do kind of admire, too, just how fast and loose it has to play with the Pac-Man layout. Like, the teleporters are horizontal, or vertical rather than being horizontal.
What hole in the desert did the bury this game in? Desert Joystick Alien.
And for the record, E.T. and Pac-Man probably had very little to do with the video game crash. I don't think they were, like, solely responsible for it. I think, really, it came down to a number of factors.
Also, it's widescreen.
Oh, shit, you're right.
LCX.
I was having that issue with the...
Nuhaha.
I was having that issue the one time.
New Mexico. Kurumi the good gamer. Timmy, wake up. Vintendo vaults. Yes. That's the interesting part.
I don't know why it is widescreen. I had that issue earlier, and I'm not really sure how to fudge it into 4x3. Except it's not even widescreen. That's the thing, is it's not even widescreen. It's like... It isn't 4x3. If you look, it's letterboxed.
In Arizona. Vintendo vaults. Face with tears of joy.
I think some Atari games just had weird resolutions. I'm not... This might just be, like, how it looked by default.
Kurumi the good gamer. I'll just bury it and it says RIP no beta. Sucks ass.
So we got some people kind of defending it. We have some people just saying it sucks ass. I will defend it, but I fully realize that it is heavily flawed. I think it's a totally playable version of Pac-Man, and if I had it at the time and I was a kid, I would have been like over the moon. Like, just anything that plugged into my TV and played a serviceable version of Pac-Man, I think would have been like more than anybody could have reasonably asked for at that time.
It's time to wake up. The overprinting of Pac-Man and E.T. helped bankrupt them, but it was mainly the inability to prevent unlimited crap games being made, hence the Nintendo seal of quality. It's time to wake up.
I think it was
Waving
also
hand.
just like, it was a burgeoning market that confused people. Like, not even like the overabundance of games on these consoles, but just the overabundance of consoles in general. Like,
Kurumi the good gamer.
nowadays we have...
There were loose regulations back then on who can make games, and there were shit tons.
Yeah, and then the
Nintendo
other thing
vaults.
too is like just
Every
the
one
consoles.
of us would
like
have shag
nowadays
our
we have
trousers and
three pretty much
Kurumi
consoles.
the good gamer.
Technically four if
And
you
it was
count
shit.
like the Steam Deck. And maybe like 5 if you want to count like mobile as a whole as its own market. Or as its own console, even though it's technically
Jet
like
Screamer.
1 or 2.
This is a bad addition, but it's not as bad as people think. People
Yeah.
after a while chose to buy it knowing what it was like.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is like not only did it sell well just off the name of Pac-Man, but like even after people knew what it was, people still bought it. Like when they were selling like the, 2600, when they were selling the 2600 on like clearance for like $50 with the junior model and shit. And it kind of became like, if you couldn't afford a Nintendo or if you didn't want to buy your kid a Nintendo, you bought them on Atari. Even under those circumstances, Pac-Man, it was still being sold, and it sold pretty well given the circumstances of how it was. People knew what this game was, and they still bought it. One more game.
It's time to wake up. Atari was cheap as hell when the NES released. Couple bucks a game. Nintendo
Yeah,
vaults.
there's literally...
Kurumi plans on sending at least 10 copies minimum of no beta sealed directly into a landfill.
Okay, I will actually be right back. I'm gonna clean my glasses. And I'm back. So, where am I gonna rank this? I will say it is... I was actually going to say it's flawed. Honestly, I might even be a bit nicer to it than I was initially planning. Honestly, I think it's fun. I think part of that comes down to I'm not a huge fan of Pac-Man in general. Like I said, I think there were games that came out around this time that kind of improved the formula, made it a bit more fair. Games like Mousetrap and Lock and Chase. Mousetrap especially. Casey Munchkin even. Clean Sweep, I think. But it's still a serviceable version of Pac-Man, and Pac-Man, I think, is a pretty serviceable game. So I say it's fun. Hackspace. I'm almost positive this is not legit. But let's just see what it is anyway. Oh, is it? Yeah, this is literally just a hack of Pac-Man. What is this? This literally just looks like... Oh, it's Pac-Man, but with Space Invaders. I understand. Will I make it to River Raid today? I'm thinking no, but we shall see. What the hell is going on with my... Why can I not...
It's time to wake up. Will you make it to River Raid today?
Why does this not
Slice.
work in the background?
Hey,
Give me a
LDP.
second.
Vinted.
I'm going to close out my browser and relaunch it. See if that helps. Also, hello, Alphacade and Jet Screener. How are you? Funny how that 50 years ago, one person could make a game. Yeah, and now you have, like... You have to have, like, 3 or 4 different developer studios just for an indie game.
Senpai notice me LD. Alkin Slice.
I noticed you.
Laughing face.
I noticed
Alkin
you,
Slice.
bitch.
I'm so happy. Jet Screamer. Hey. Alkin Slice. How you doing, bud?
I am all right. Coming off a birthday stream yesterday. That was really fun. I got to play... What the fuck is Panda Chase? I'm sorry. I got to play some good like GameCube and Wii games. Those were real fun. Panda Chase. See, like, I'm almost positive... Like, there are so... You saw how many games were worse than Pac-Man for 2600.
Alkin Slice. I play with my Wii all the time.
Alkin, go to your room. That's inappropriate. What the fuck? I beg your fucking pardon? Okay, so I'm controlling this.
Alkin
I see, so
Slice.
there's a world map.
But never play with my Wii U.
Oh my god, it's a platformer.
It's time to wake up. Speaking of playing with your wife, do you have the Atari corn games? Alkin Slice.
I've played several of them.
What's your favorite Nintendo game ATM? It's
I've
time
played
to wake
several
up.
of them over the course of this stream. Of this series. Playing with your wife. I like that better, actually. This game kind of sucks. Was this released? Was this released as buggy as it is? look at how the jumping works in this game. This has to be a prototype. Hang on, let me see something.
Alkin Slice. He plays Custard's Revenge on Saturdays. Kurumi the Good Gamer. Alkin, Jet.
Panda Chase. Okay, let me search this game up.
Nintendo Vaults. Much turdness was released from the bowels of Atari.
True, but like usually the games were at least like had some degree of polish.
Kurumi the Good Gamer. I'll.
Panda Chase, Atari 2600. I'm just Googling this because I want to see if there's like a Wikipedia article on.
Alkin Slice. Kurumi is my BOI. Kurumi the Good Gamer. Very sealed copies of Conquer Bad Fur Day.
I agree. Fuck that game. This game is also called Zoo Fun. You know what?
Alkin Slice.
I am going to
just play ET Atari.
I've played
Alkin
that already
Slice.
and ranked it.
We know it's coming.
This is alphabetical order. I've played ET and I didn't actually put it in the garbage category. I think I put it in the not fun category, right? Yeah, here we go. Right there. I've played it already. And I do not intend to play that again. Oh, wait. Yeah, here we go. There's E.T. I think this game is actually called Zoo Fun. Yeah, right. I see it, like, right there. So
Alkin Slice.
I am going to...
You put it in the Desert Landfill category? Wink with tongue sticking out.
Yeah, I should have done that. Oh, well. I'm going to... Actually, these look like different games. Cover energy, which was lost every second. When this game starts, the panda is in an
Jet
open...
Screamer. Zoo Fun with Mr. Hands. It's time to wake up.
It's inappropriate.
E.T. was buried in desert, not the desert.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Kurumi the Good Gamer.
I mean, it's giving me the
E.T.
plot.
was buried in Iraq.
I thought it was buried in Fraggle Iraq. Okay, I want to see too, like... Was this released?
Alkin Slice. Kurumi is based.
Because this seems
Alkin
like
Slice.
Especially
No,
shitty.
no, Kurumi. Jet Screamer. Somebody shot an old silo into space.
Good.
Jet Screamer. It was full of E.T. Nintendo Vaults. Hopefully it was fresh raspberry pie, at least pie. It's time to wake up. E.T. was the weapons of mass destruction.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, Atari Age has something on this.
Alkin Slice.
It is on Atari Age, despite there being basically no... I love how Atari Age has the old eBay logo. eBay has not had that logo in about 20 years.
Legend of Neil Baby.
System, Atari 2600.
Jet Screamer. I'm sure Bradley's sitting on a pallet of them at Best Electronics.
As far as I can tell, this was released.
Alkin
This
Slice.
is just a really shitty
Pallet
game.
Town is a great vacation point.
So this game was released, I think. It's just really bad. Also, I think it's different than Zoo Fun. The screenshot looks different, at least.
Alkin Slice. Just make sure you choose Blastoise. LCX. Blastoise. It's time to wake up. I'd rather play Panda Express Chase.
I've heard this song before. Actually, the way I know this song is through an ancient political ad. That is the most LDP thing I think I've ever said, but it'd be the reality of life. I'm sure it's like an actual song that doesn't just exist from an ancient anti-Dwight Eisenhower ad.
You go to Panda Express and you have to run for the bathroom.
I don't even know if we have Panda Express in Pennsylvania. Do we? If we do, I don't think I've ever been. I don't know if we have any, like, Chinese chain restaurants. Well, I say Chinese chain restaurants. I think Panda Express is the only one that actually exists on any sort of wide scale. I don't know. Vintendo's from New York. Maybe he knows something about Pennsylvania. I don't usually love Chinese food anyway, so it's not like it's something I'm particularly... This game sucks ass. Wow. It controls
LCX.
like shit. You're constantly
Pander.
phasing through things.
Nintendo Vaults. Watch out for flying doggies.
Pander, yes. Wow, okay, no, this game goes in the garbage category. See, look, we've already in the stream, we have found a game worse than Pac-Man on Atari.
Nintendo Vaults.
Pac-Man on Atari is not
I've
that
been
bad.
to Amish country in Lancaster County.
That's not too far from me, actually.
Nintendo Vaults. And Philly, that's about it.
Well, did any of those places have a Panda Express?
Orc War Chief Reviews. What do you think about Bowser vs. Eggman Death Battle? Did you watch it?
No. Parachute. This is an old 2600 game. Wait. I take it back. This is different than I
Jet
thought
Screamer.
it was.
I don't know, I get a cheesesteak when I'm down your way.
I mean, that's fair enough. That's what you're supposed to do. Otherwise, they look at
Jet
you funny.
Screamer. I'm in Connecticut. Nintendo Vaults. Never saw a PE, I believe.
Honestly, I'm gonna be totally honest. I think Philly cheesesteaks are massively overrated.
Orc War Chief Reviews. Bowser won.
Okay, good. I mean, Bowser can breathe fire. I feel like... And just like the size advantage I think Bowser would have, I think Bowser is just easily the favorite. Alright, what the fuck is
Jet
Parachute?
Screamer. I enjoy a good one every now and then. Orc War Chief
Why does this move
reviews.
so slow?
It was army versus army.
Oh.
It's time to wake up. There is Slash was a great cheesesteak place near Nesquehoning, PA.
I don't actually know if I know where that is. Is that near Philly? Whenever I'm, like, in Philly, I just go to, what's the one that, like, everybody knows? The one that was featured in Rocky.
Nintendo Vaults. Yeah. I didn't think much of the bread on the cheesesteaks at Gino's.
That's what I'm thinking of, Gino's. Oh, now you move faster.
Nintendo Vaults. And whatever the one across the street either.
Yeah, I forget what that is too, but there's like two iconic ones, like right across the street from each other. I don't know, I just think cheesesteaks, Philly cheesesteaks in general are just kind of overrated. I've had them in actual Philly, I've had them outside of Philly. I think non-Philly cheesesteaks are just kind of better. I love how this is the game over song. I mean, this is a game that is entirely playable, which is an improvement over the last game, but also it is just about as boring as doing your taxes, so... This is a game I would still say is better than Pac-Man. I think Pac-Man is still more fun than this game. I mean, this does have music, which is a plus, but also... This is a better game, I guess, to listen to, but that's really about it.
Jet Screamer. Who goes parachuting during an air show?
You know, I feel like there are some logistical issues with that. I think you have a point. But then again, if you're parachuting at like 0.001 miles per hour, it's probably fine. The world's slowest moving parachute. I feel like they like... Honestly, I feel like I get the feeling that maybe they opened their parachute a little bit too early.
It's time to wake up.
I think maybe,
The Golden Knights do.
So, how are you all doing tonight? Slowly.
Jet Screamer. Yeah, this game
Okay,
has a
good.
faulty premise.
Yeah, this Atari game is extremely unrealistic. This is like the definition of meh. it plays solidly, but it is like not something you would ever want to play unless this is a game that you would not want to play unless it was literally your only Atari game,
It's
in
time
which
to
case
wake
you would
up.
probably worship it.
This game is alternate reality / parallel universe freeway. Nintendo Vaults.
I can kind of see
It's
that,
Frogger
actually.
in reverse minus jumping and you are can't stop moving forward.
Yeah, it's like Frogger and Freeway, except like less fun and less of a game entirely than either of those. Man, I wish alternate reality came out on the. If I were to ever do an Atari 800 Alphacade, I would love playing alternate reality. Although I've had that game literally on the docket for years, and I've never played it because it requires a lot of disc swapping, and it does not work well. Maybe something that works better is Party Mix. Do you guys like Party Mix? With like the Cheetos and the pretzels and whatever else is included in Party Mix. I forget. I think this is actually a compilation of a couple different things. Maybe not.
It's time to wake up. Check. It's time to wake up. Checks.
Yes.
Jet Screamer. This is a cassette game.
Oh, cool. I guess that makes sense. It does look and sort of play a bit better than the standard 2600 game. You can have like more clear sprites on screen.
Nintendo Vaults. How can you not love Party Mix? Who doesn't? Nintendo Vaults. Don't invite me to any party that format have it.
Oh, but I can't. Okay, so I can't go through that way. I can wrap back around
Nintendo
on the right,
Vaults
but not on the left. That's
doesn't.
Cool. Oh, wait a minute. These are... I see. So this is... Okay, so it... Oh, this is supposed to be... Hang on. Let me reset. I wonder if there's a one-player mode to this. Standard party games. This might be two-player only.
Nintendo Vaults. Have you rated Communist Mutants from Space yet?
Yes, I have. I forget what I rated that as, but it is a doozy. Oh, now it's a paddle game, I think. Oh, because... That makes sense that this is a paddle game because, and that makes sense why this is two players then, because literally the paddle had two controllers built into one port. I actually wonder if there were any four-player paddle games. I would have to think so, right?
Nintendo Vaults. Cassette games are fascinating. It's time to wake up. Killer clowns from outer space are the coolest things from outer space.
I agree. They should have made a Killer Clowns video game. I bet Orc would probably agree with me on that, right? Orc seems like the kind of person who loves Killer Clowns from outer space. So this isn't really a game if you have one player.
Nintendo Vaults. Direct hit, direct hit.
Honestly, I could see this being fun with 2 players, but it being a 2-player only game, I don't know why it is. Like, they definitely had the technology, especially considering this is a cassette game, which gave you, like, literally how many more times the the memory than on the regular 2600. I don't know why they made this 2-player only. I can't think of any way to actually switch that. Also, Party Mix, that's... Hang on a second. There has to be different options.
It's time to wake up. We have the technology to rebuild it.
What?
Nintendo Vaults. If you build it, they will come at wake up.
I feel like there should be other modes to this, because literally, like, look at this. This is nothing like... I'm actually probably going to put this in... Wait a minute. You know what I bet this is? I bet there are other modes, but they're later in the tape. So you would have to fast forward the cassette to actually get to them. I am going to say unplayable, and maybe I will try this again, like, on the Stella, like, PC emulator. Because that's what I'm thinking this is it's later in the tape. So you would have to, like, fast forward the tape somehow to get to the other games. And especially you would have to do that to get to the other modes. Potentially one being, I know this game! This game is literally hide and seek.
LCX. Onyo.
This game is literally hide and seek on the Atari. This is supposed to be real bad. Or maybe not? This might also be in the unplayable category, because I'm not really sure I can move. wonder if this requires, like, a special controller. I'm gonna... This might not be the game I thought it was. I forget what the hide-and-seek game was on Atari. Was it literally called hide-and-seek?
Nintendo Vaults. That's a very decent sprite for Atari standards.
It is.
Homebrew?
I don't... Oh, this says it's educational. It says it's published by Atari. That looks like an official, like, box art design. Although...
Kurumi the Good Gamer.
This is intriguing.
Oh, nice.
I am thinking this requires... It says educational, so I'm thinking this might require a unique controller. Pele! Or, wait. Yeah, Pele's Championship Soccer, I think, is actually... Really? Okay. I'll check, but I'm almost positive these are going to be the same game. That's Pele, and then I think Pele's Championship Soccer is the same game. There's no way that it can't be. I'm a little surprised that neither of these have, maybe this was excluded from the original full set, so it wouldn't have... I don't know. Anyway. This is an early soccer game, and it's supposed to be not very good. Okay, so... Okay. Well, it has, vertical scrolling, which for a game this old is that is pretty, innovative. How does one do this? Wait. Maybe it doesn't have vertical scrolling. Wait, no, it does.
Nintendo Vaults. It's table soccer.
Wait. Oh, okay, I see. So, I was own goaling, that's why. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I might be on 2-player. Is there a 1-player option? Because I can't find a mode where the CPU is really doing anything. It should be trying to, like, kick the ball to its side of the goal.
Kurumi the Good Gamer. Imagine Logan does Odyssey stream.
Odyssey 1? I don't even think there's... It's funny, I don't even think there's a way to emulate that.
Kurumi the Good Gamer. LOL. Kurumi the good gamer. We gotta play Anal Logic on Magnavox Odyssey.
Oh, here we go. All right, I found the CPU mode. Oh, I also found the bullshit hard mode.
Kurumi the good gamer. Well, time to go look at Bobby Ninja Girls. Kurumi the good gamer. You scored own goal, Logan. Kurumi the good gamer. Go play Windjammers, lol.
Fuck. No, I didn't own goal. They scored a goal on my... I can't see which one I am is the thing. Okay, I found my goal. This is entirely playable. Oh, fuck it! Oh, I see. So it, like, switches... I think you also control the goalie, and it, like, switches at a moment's notice. Actually, I think that is fairly common in soccer games, isn't it? Like, you control just everyone on your team, including the goalie. I think this is easier to do in black and white mode because I can see my guy a bit more. My guy is a bit more defined.
Kurumi the good gamer. We gonna play Atari on a 1940 TV.
Yeah, just because it's kind of easier to see, actually. Sometimes the black and white modes are just sort of easier to see. Oh, shit. CPU, like, has the ball, but they just refuse to score.
John Enclave. Yeah, winning, son.
No, and they aren't either. That's the fucked up thing.
Kurumi the good gamer. John.
I don't even think I'm Pele. I don't even think I'm Pele. I think I'm actually a tank who's, like, constantly extending and retracting its barrel. I'm Tiny Tank. You like it?
John Enclave. Kurumi.
Who is John Enclave? I forget who that was. Frank? No, I don't remember. Oh, they finally got a goal. Oh shit, I might be able to get this. No, come on. You can do this. Come on.
LCX. Mr. John Novetta. John Enclave. Yes, it is I, Frank.
That's right. Frank! Oh, come on. No goaltending. You can't do that. Eat shit. This game is a big fat meh. I spelled American.
John Enclave.
And now I remember why TTS was worth it. Oh, that was more fun than that game could possibly ever be. Let's play Pengo. This was an arcade game, wasn't it? I can't remember if I've ever actually played this in any capacity.
John Enclave. So real.
Right? You know what? Why do we even have football announcers? We just need Jane TTS. Oh, this is
It's time to wake up.
Specifically Atari.
At Nintendo Vaults, are you old enough to remember the Bionic 6 cartoon? It came out around the same time as Dino Saucers.
I don't know either of those. I'm not old enough to remember either of those. I'm just a baby. What the fuck?
John Enclave. Is that the based on the CGI penguin cartoon?
No, that's Pingu. I think you're thinking of... Oh, I see who I'm controlling now.
John Enclave. Nut nut.
Nut, indeed. Oh, I can do this. Yeah, eat shit. Is that the goal, just to, like, kill all of the things? Oh, shit, no, it can... Okay. I think this was an arcade game. Regardless of what it is, it's a pretty fun one.
John Enclave. You should play the Atari porn
Fuck,
games.
I got two in a row. I got two at once. Heh, dumbass. You fell for my trap. Fuck you and your primitive Atari AI. Oh, this is fun. This is actually the first game I would say that's more fun than Pac-Man. That's a testament to how bad Atari games could be sometimes, but also how not terrible Pac-Man is. Alright, round 3, I guess? Why is
John
that
Enclave.
one blinking?
Play beat 'em and eat 'em.
I already have. It's probably one of the better Atari porn games, actually. Fuck.
John Enclave. No. John Enclave. Custard's Revenge is the best one.
No, that's the worst one. That's the one that's barely a game.
It's time to wake up.
is just like a ripoff of
River
Kaboom,
Raid,
but it's
River
still
Raid,
like...
River Raid.
River Raid is a good one. I'm not sure if I will be getting to that tonight.
LCX. Kurumi's Revenge.
Nobeta's Revenge.
John Enclave. Did you stroke it while playing the Atari porn games?
No, I grabbed the correct joystick. I remember too. Oh, I see. They give you a lot of lives, which is kind of interesting. Or do they? They might just give you infinite lives? Let me just restart. Yeah, I just started at level 1. Okay, so I think it doesn't give you infinite lives. I think I got a game over, but it didn't really give a clear indication that that's what happened. Yeah, there we go. I've lost a life.
John Enclave. Gigolo next.
I've already done that one, I think. Oh, I would have had to. Again, alphabetical order. If you want to see Gigolo, I played that, well, whenever the G's was. You can go back in the series and watch that. Oh, I can't break that one. Okay.
John Enclave. Knife on the Town.
I'm gonna see... Hang on. Let me do something. Actually, I think I've gotten through all the porn games, right? I don't think there's any more that I would have to get through. Let me do something. I want to see if I can play the original arcade game.
It's time to wake up. You should play some MS-DOS BBS games like Drug Wars, LORD Legend of the Red Dragon, and Usurper.
Have I played Drug
John
Wars
Enclave.
before?
Broken Heart.
I don't know if no, I don't think I've played Drug Wars before, but I've seen it. It's a beat 'em up, and it's a fairly decent one if I remember right. I think or did I? LCX, did you play that one? It was either LCX or like somebody totally unrelated to the community. Either way, I'm pretty sure I remember that game, and as I recall, I think we both kind of liked it.
John Enclave. It was me, Barry. LCX. Which game?
Drug Wars on MS. No, actually, I don't think L played that one. I think it was someone else.
It's time to wake up. No Drug Wars is a text-based drug-dealing game made by a high school or college kid.
Oh, then in that case, I have no idea. I have never seen that game. Actually, it does sound pretty fun, though. I might have to check that out. I had, like, a bunch of DOS games, and then they just, like, went away somehow. I have to find my old full set of DOS games. I mean, I do still have a bunch of DOS games, but not, like, a whole lot of them. Or I could just play it on the browser. I'm gonna say that might not be the worst idea, considering, like, if you get a full set of DOS games, that's like 200 gigs.
LCX. Text-based? Is it a DOS game?
Yeah, that's what I was... Yeah.
It's time to wake up. They covered it on an episode of the Video Game Years. I played it back in the day.
The Video Game Years? I've never even heard of them. If they, like, look at, like, weird-ass, like, DOS games and shit, I might have to check out whoever the Video Game Years are.
LCX. I think I played that on Emulation Nation.
Oh, did you? Okay, then maybe I am... Maybe you did play that. I just know I've heard that name before. Okay, I want to see what the arcade Pengo looks like.
LCX. Is it the one that starts in a police station?
Oh, wait, no. You're thinking of Police Quest.
It's time to wake up. Video Game Years is a series by Pat the Punk and friends.
Oh, then I don't know about that. Pat's videos kinda, sorta suck. Here's Pingo. What does the arcade version look like?
Then nope, haven't played it.
If you like that first Police Quest game, which I don't know if you did, but regardless, they get interesting. You know, I might need to just, like, switch out my version of MAME. I think the current version of MAME kind of sucks. That might be kind of what it's down to. Yeah, I have MAME current. Let's try MAME... Let's try MAME 2010. I think that one might be a bit more reliable. Yes, I was right. Oh, it's a Sega game. Okay. Oh my god!
It's time to wake up.
It was a fucking...
Agreed, but this isn't Pat the Punk episodes. It's a series featuring Pat and many others commenting. I love the 80s style.
This got a port on, like, Master System, didn't it? Why can't I move? Must be some issue with the controls, maybe? Oh, wait, no, I see what I need to do. That's why. It's weird that the select worked, but this didn't. Aha! Got it. So it... Okay, so it's like the 2600 game. I've heard that music before. There was like some like bootleg thing that ripped off that music, I think. Alright. Anyway, Pango on 2600. Very fun, I would say. That's my ranking.
It's time to wake up. LORD Legend of the Red Dragon and Usurper are text-based Dungeons and Dragons style RPG games. They were pretty fun. John Enclave. It's Sonic. LCX. Pango, huh? It's time to wake up. Isn't that the popcorn song? LCX.
Popcorn song?
Try the Game Gear Pango.
Oh,
LCX.
it was on the Game Gear. Actually,
Listen
that
to the
doesn't
music.
surprise me if it was a Sega game. I started playing the 2600 game, and that just like put me down a rabbit hole. There's a Game Gear version. I thought it was either on like Master System or SG-1000 or something like that. I think this was probably a Master System game first. Oh, the music is different. This version seems like it's somewhere between the 2600 and arcade game versions in terms of difficulty. This game is fun, though. It's fun no matter what version you play it on, even if the 2600 version has, like, way less. It kind of plays a bit different just based on, like, you can't have as many blocks on screen as the arcade game, due to the extremely low resolution of 2600. Oh, he can just like clear like multiple ice blocks at a time. I understand. All right. This was not meant to be a Pango stream, but it became one, and I don't necessarily object, but we must move on. Pango is a fun game, no matter what you play it on. That's the moral of the story, and I'm sticking with it. Yeah, I think I've heard that arcade music, though. I've heard it, like, on, like, some bootleg console that was, like, bootlegged. Pete Rose Baseball! Oh, shit, can we do illegal gambling? That's all I know about Pete Rose, is that he was, like, busted for, illegal gambling. Or something. I don't know. Oh shit, it's... This kind of looks really good for 2600. Look, it's got, like, multiple screens and shit. Look at this. Fuck. Where is it? Okay. Hello? Where's... Oh, okay. Look at this. This is pretty advanced for 2600. Got, like, multiple screens. You got, like, a couple different sprites on there. This is like a legit baseball game. Also, I can play it somewhat, which, like, makes this different from literally every other baseball game I've played. I take that back, actually. I don't know how... Where are the bases?
LCX. Sprite design is pretty good.
Yeah, right? And, like... Oh, I see. How do I tag the bases, though? I have to... Oh, do I have to get the ball? I don't think this is how baseball typically works. Oh, wait, I have to throw it to someone else? I don't think that's how baseball typically works, is it?
LCX.
You have to catch...
This is a new homebrew.
Is it? I don't think it is. It's licensed. It's, I don't think it's a new homebrew. I think this is... Because it's, This is... The title of this is Pete Rose Baseball.
Aru's 218.
Pete Rose is a legit
Halo, how's
baseball
it going?
player. Legit famous baseball player.
LCX. Halo Aru's. Aru's 218. Halo L. It's time to wake up. Eru Eru. Aru's 218. Hello, wake up.
Now I just don't know what the hell it's doing. I think I'm actually gonna... I'm gonna put this in the fun category, if for no other reason than just the presentation.
It's time to wake up. That crowd sounds like the void of space on many Atari space games.
True. You only had like a couple of different sound effects you could work with, so... Pete Rose baseball. Rip Pete Rose. I'm pretty sure he just died, actually. Died fairly recently. Platoon! Oh, Phantom Tank! Oh, wait. Oh, shit, no. I didn't mean to do that. Well, I got a sneak peek at Zoo Fun, and I can confirm that's different than that other game that was confused with Zoo Fun. Oh, there's a Popeye? There's a Planet of the Apes game? Okay, I can't wait to play that.
It's time to wake up.
My very own tank.
At Arus 218, have you seen the video game Years series?
Okay, Phantom Tank. Is this Battle City? I think it is. I think this is Oh, wait, no, it's not Battle City. You can't shoot through the walls. How else do you get to be a big... Look, you gotta be able to shoot through walls. How else are you gonna get big in Russia and absolutely nowhere else? Like Battle City. Yes, I can drive a very own tank. Yes, I can drive.
LCX. It is Battle City. Those tanks shot your base.
Oh, that's why. Oh, I can't even see, like, the tanks because they kind of blend in.
Arus 218.
Not a great color
No, I haven't.
T. Wait, hang on. Yeah, this is basically just Battle City for Atari,
LCX.
except not quite as good.
They're flickering, lol.
Oh, that too. Oh, I didn't get to see it until it was too late. No! Actually, that was probably my fault, but still, I'm gonna blame the game, damn it.
It's time to wake up.
Base, though.
Combat looks more funner.
It kind of does. This does kind of... I mean, combat at least could kind of hold itself together and not devolve into a flickerfuck like this. You could argue that this is a technically more complex game than combat, but to that I say... bleh. I got nothing else. This kind of sucks. This is what the Europeans were playing while we were playing Battle City, huh? I don't think I want to play this anymore. Phantom. Oh, I bet I know why it's called Phantom Tank, because it's a... because you can't fucking see the other tanks. That's cool. Actually, I wonder if that's actually the reason they realized there was like a gameplay limitation due to the flicker fuck on screen. So they were just like, oh, this is actually a feature. Phantom Tank. You have to fight ghost tanks. That is... I'm gonna say not fun. It's bad. It's actually quite bad, but I've definitely played worse. Phantom Panzer? I assume, is that the same thing? Watch, this is like actually the same thing, but competent. Actually, you know what? I wonder. I think it actually is supposed to be Phantom Panzer. Fair enough. Panzer is a type of tank. Let me... Yeah, I'm gonna change the name because I'm pretty sure it's actually meant to be Phantom Panzer. Let's play Pharaoh's Curse. I want to say this was also an arcade game?
LCX. That reminds me, Battle City Game Boy was more fun.
There was a Battle City on Game Boy? I guess that doesn't surprise me. Actually, it kind of does, because again, like, that game basically sold fuck all apart
LCX.
from Russia, where it was bootlegged.
Because it scrolled across multiple screens.
Oh, did it? Actually, that does sound kind of cool. That surprises me a little that they made a sequel to Battle City, considering, from what I understand, like, the actual Japanese original Famicom card didn't really sell all that well. It really only sold in Russia, where it was just bootleg to hell, and probably other, like, developing nations. Where, again, like, bootleg Fami clones were a lot more common. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, I don't like this game. Is this an emulation glitch? Hang on. I have to play a different version. This looks awful. There's no way they sold the game that way. Oh, no, they did. Oh, no. I have to assume this was not released. There's no way they released a game in this state. Or it's like an emulation glitch or something. This just looks like Boulder Dash, actually. Which, in that case, I love Boulder Dash. Is this Boulder Dash, actually? Yeah, this has to be like an emulation. I'm gonna put this in the unplayable category because there's no fucking way. I can't in all fairness rank that if it's that broken on this emulator. Either this game was unreleased or RetroArch just refuses to run it. What a horrible night for a Pharaoh's Curse. Phaser Patrol! Oh, this is this like Starhawk or Star Trek or one of the other many cockpit view space shooters on 2600? Oh, it has a map? Oh, wait. So there's this screen, which I think is just... Yeah, you're just bombing the enemies. And then I think at some point it goes into a first-person view. Where that point is, I do not know.
It's time to wake up. Taco flavored kisses, taco taco. LCX. We can look back and be fascinated at these old games, but we can't genuinely savor the experience of playing them in their full glory when they were new.
True.
LCX. The world in which we played these games that way no longer exists. Arus 218.
I think you can still appreciate a game for what it is. I think that, like, even if you can't fully cast your mind back, if you weren't alive then, but I see your point, but I also think, like, you can kind of, like, compare it to what was contemporary. Oh, there's this. So now what? I've, like, bombed...
It's time to wake up. Vegeta, the prince of Mexican foods. It's time to wake up. All. Arus 218. Agreed.
Vieja? I'm not really sure what that is.
Playing a game on a handheld for the first time. Mind working at light speed, imagining the potential of what you're playing. Excited at the prospect of telling your friends all about it.
You can't really bring that. You can't really recreate that. Oh, I see. So you can fuck with the difficulty switches. Okay, so what if I go here? I see. So can I...
LCX. Nowadays, oh, someone has a Steam Deck, noise. Can't afford it, guess I'll go play some AAA quality game on my phone.
Yeah.
It's time to wake up. Vegeta, you're either perfect, or you're not me. LCX. Can't be that excited anymore.
You know, I think the thing that surprises me still is how console wars still exist. How people can still have, like, blind allegiance to a console, even though, like, all the consoles are kind of just the same now.
It's time to wake up. VAG talk. Arus 218. Kermit, where the arena? LCX. Yeah, true.
Oh, I see. So that takes me... I use those to warp.
Old game fiction. Which title is this?
Oh, what is this? It is... I forgot the name, actually. I'll have to look in a moment.
LCX. Like this one you're playing, back then, child me would be like, was that 3D I just saw, face fuchsia tongue
Right.
out, face fuchsia tongue out, face fuchsia tongue out.
3D's nuts, right?
LCX. Halo old game of fiction.
Oh, Phaser Patrol.
Old game
That's what
fiction.
it's called.
Hey all.
And then you gotta fuck with the difficulty switch. Or maybe not. Oh.
Old game fiction. I need to try more Supercharger games, looks good.
Is this a Supercharger
LCX.
game? I believe it.
Same is true for toys TBH. Nowadays it's all about collectathon type toys or branding, or just some detailed anime slash video game slash superhero figures.
Anymore. I think like all toys have to have some sort of technology
It's time
in them,
to wake
or else
up.
kids don't want them.
VG taught, I'm haunting you. LCX. Overpriced pieces of plastic with no real features.
I mean, what would you consider to be a feature, though? Because, like, isn't that kind of what all toys were? Just pieces of plastic? If anything, toys nowadays actually have technology in them. They
Jeremiah
didn't
Thomas.
really when I was a kid.
Phaser Patrol was the Supercharger pack in.
Oh.
LCX. No.
I'm not entirely sure I grasp how to play that, but
It's time to wake up.
I like it.
Transformers were sweet back in the day. LCX. Back then, premium toys always came with a tech gimmick. LCX.
I guess.
The gimmick sold them.
I think it's fun. Phoenix. Wait. Oh, shit. Wait a second. Oh, Philly Flasher. Okay. Never mind. I have not played all of the porn games. Except I have. I played this one. It was called Beat 'em and Eat 'em. Oh, well. May as well.
LCX. And it was fascinating to behold those tech gimmicks as advertised, and then you saw how they worked IRL.
I guess you, honestly, you probably, like, grew up at just the right time then, because, like, I think when I think, like, classic toys, I think of, like, shit from the 60s when tech just didn't really exist. I mean, I guess it also depends on what you mean by technical. Like, Transformers
Jeremiah Thomas.
were, like, entirely mechanical.
Yeah, but this one has different fluids.
That is true. Well, same fluid, just different orifice. Oh, wait. No, you're right. This is a different fluid. Never mind. I do not need clarification
LCX.
on what you meant. I'm fine.
Technology. Old game fiction. I liked the Micronauts.
I don't know what is that like rip-off Transformers
LCX.
or something?
Uses some innovative technology.
So I see what you mean, like not necessarily electronics, but like even if it's like a mechanical gimmick, yeah. I don't know. I guess I can't really effectively argue this because I don't even know what the hell kids are into anymore. I've not had to care about
Arus 218. Hello OGF. LCX. I had robot toys that walk around and use lights. It's time to wake up. 18 plus stream only. Old game fiction. Micronauts predate the Transformers and had mechanic electrical stuff.
This game might be too hot for YouTube, guys.
LCX. If you had another one of those, the other robot would respond to the light when hit.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, but I've seen toys like that. There was something like that, but it was Hot Wheels. And apparently, like, those light sensing things were just garbage. From what I've heard. Like, they did not work. Like, I remember Nostalgia Critic reviewing, like, the Hot Wheels kind of equivalent to that, where it was, like, some cars, and you, like, shined, like, an IR infrared light on it. And, like, the car would move.
LCX. Garbage from an adult perspective.
Yeah.
It's time to wake up. Laser tag.
No, laser tag was something different. Laser tag was fun. We used to have, I don't know if it still exists, but we had a thing called the Laser Factory, which was basically like laser tag. Well, it was an arcade, but in the back of the arcade it had laser tag, but it was like steroids laser tag, like a wide open area. You had like
LCX. How about those toy keyboard pianos with 100 instruments?
You know, I had something like that, but I wouldn't call it a toy. I feel like it was kind of like
LCX.
too expensive and substantial.
That was hours to weeks to years of fun.
That was hours, weeks, or years of fun. Yeah, but not for the parents. The parents regretted every cent they paid on that piece of shit when you made noise. Because, like, you know, now that you're older, you can kind of just, like, look back. Like, do you ever do that, Elle? Like, do you ever, like, take a step back, like, look at all of the loud and obnoxious toys you had as a kid and was just like,
LCX.
I tortured my poor parents.
Depends on the parents.
Yeah. I don't know. I would be like, I wouldn't get my, like, I don't like kids, but, and I hopefully won't have kids, but
LCX.
if I did,
No.
I would not get, like, loud, obnoxious toys.
LCX. Because my parents didn't see it as torture.
Well, I guess you're right, it is kind of subjective. Anyway, I played Philly Flasher when it was Beat 'em and Eat 'em. I don't need to rank that again. Phoenix! Is this also Kaboom?
LCX. Nor did I see it as torture when I raised my niece.
True. You have a much greater tolerance for children than I do, clearly. And that's totally fine. Oh, this is Space Invaders, I think.
LCX. I bought her the loudest toys with all those jingles. Old
Oh, this
game
is Space
fiction.
Invaders, but kind of
I
harder?
had the original Casio VL tone and would play the heck out of that demo song. Decades later I heard the lyrics in Japan. LCX. It's called love.
Apparently, I was talking with a friend the other night, and apparently they sell those pianos for, like, super cheap now.
LCX.
But, like...
Because I would have wanted those kinds of toys as a child too. It's time to wake up. Not Space Invaders, something else.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Since they're moving, it's probably more Galaga.
Jeremiah Thomas. This is an arcade game with quite a few different screens.
Oh,
Aru's
okay.
218. Jingle Nias meowing all night long. Oh, what fun it is to play with your food all meow long meow.
Good.
LCX. Yes, you can get those pianos around $20 and they work fine.
Well, I mean, like, you can get, like, decent keyboards for, like, $60 now, which is insane to me, because I swear I remember them being, like, $300
For
back
around
in the day.
$40, you can get a keyboard that has USB PC input. Jeremiah Thomas.
Oh, okay.
Down gives you a shield. LCX. And can be used to record real music.
Oh, what? Hold on. Oh, for around 40. Oh, shit. Maybe I might actually want that, because, like, $40 is, like, approaching... I can't play an instrument to save my life, but at the same time, like $40 is almost like impulse buy. Like, $40 is basically, like, toy territory.
LCX. But to the point, today kids just want collectathon toys like Shopkins, My Little Pony, etc.
I think cause, like... Well, I mean, like, cause kids have, like, iPads and shit. I didn't even know if kids liked toys at all. Because, like, you got, like, iPads and,
it's
like,
time to wake
phones
up.
and tablets and
My
shit,
little bronies.
which, like, keep kids occupied for hours
and they'll be
have a
entertained
bunch
with
of
those
apps
toys
that
for all of 1 hour.
provide multiple toys and multiple functions depending on what the kid wants at that point. I mean, I guess back in the day you had Game Boys, which kind of did the same thing, but also, like, you had to buy physical cartridges, which cost, like, a shit ton of money. You can buy, like, premium shit now.
Yes, exactly. They use the iPads to record themselves showing off their collectible toys.
Oh, that's true, you're right. Because I kind of wonder, like, I feel like it's more like adults that are buying toys now, because, like... Oh, this is pretty cool, actually. It's got, like, multiple waves of enemies. It's kind of like Galaga, except, like, all of these waves are on one screen, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if that's the way it works in the arcade. I will play that, momentarily. But I like this game.
It's time to wake up. Clout is the new drug/religion. LCX. Game Boys weren't common here. Maybe 2 to 4 kids had M for every class.
I mean, Game Boys weren't like a household thing
Demon
until
Attack.
like Pokemon.
LCX. Others had maybe an LCD one game handheld or some brick game.
Like, around the time of, like, Pokemon, though, like, that's when Game Boys became massive. And, like, if you didn't have a Game Boy, you were just considered, like, the lame kid. Because you weren't getting with the latest fads and, you know, shit like that. Like, whatever, kids are... You know what I mean, but...
LCX. Yeah, brick game, basically a Tetris handheld with only one rotate button.
Yeah, I don't think I played, like, the actual brick game, but I know what you're talking about. I want to see what the Oh, there's a game called Pharaoh's Gold. I don't think that's the same as Pharaoh's Curse, which there's no way that was physically released in that state. See what the arcade version of Phoenix is like.
LCX. They used the bricks like a dot matrix and could put in all kinds of games into them. Jeremiah Thomas.
Even run it.
You did not even get to the mothership.
Oh, there's a mother. I see.
Renee W. Hi, waving hand, everyone. It's time to wake up. Phonex, isn't there a UFO boss on that game?
Yeah, I think that's what Jeremiah Thomas is talking about.
LCX. Halo Renee. Arus 218. Hello Renee.
No, this ROM just might not work.
It's time to wake up. Waving hand, waving hand, waving hand, waving hand, waving hand, waving hand, waving hand. Renee W. Hi L. Renee W. Hey Arus 218.
Trying like a couple different cores of MAME. I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, there's like a bunch of different like
Renee
versions
W.
of Phoenix.
Hi LDP. LCX.
I got it working.
The wonder of toys and video games with new things to offer just doesn't exist anymore in today's world.
Yeah. Well, again, because like everything's digital and like kids play with digital shit. Oh, this is a Taito game. Got it. That explains why it's
LCX.
very similar to Space Invaders.
Unless maybe you grew up in a place without access to smartphones. Renee W. I'm good, thumbs up, smiling face with smiling eyes.
Why this music?
Arus 218. Good to hear Renee, awesome.
This is very dire music. Why would you choose this? Also, this is like actually scrolling, so it's this is even less like Space Invaders than the Atari game.
Renee W. Yeah.
It's almost like Proto-Xevious.
This looks pretty good.
This is the Atari version of the game that we were just playing. This is not this is the arcade version of the Atari game we were just playing.
LCX. It's more Galaga.
This is like, yeah, this is it's Galaga, but it's scrolls. So it's like a halfway point between Galaga and Xevious.
LCX. Ah, okay.
Yeah, Atari
it's
game's
time
not
to
gonna
wake
look
up.
this good.
Galaga is the GOAT.
I agree. Galaga is pretty fun. I was gonna say I don't think the 2600 ever had a port of Galaga. If it did, I would have played it. It's being in the G section. 7800 had a version of Galaga. Why this music, though? This is a very dire tune. It's rendered well, but... Okay, so that's what Phoenix is. That's fun.
Jeremiah Thomas. Galagan is a homebrew Galaga.
Oh, cool. So I guess they could have done Galaga, they just didn't. Presumably, because...
It's time to wake up.
Anyway.
I have a handheld Galaga / Galasien.
Yeah, you can do that. Is that game outstanding? I don't know. I don't think I can put it in outstanding, but I will put it in very fun. Phoenix, much like your city's namesake,
LCX.
is pure badass.
Had a handheld Space Invaders. It was my first handheld.
Cool. Pick and pie. Oh, pick and pile.
LCX. Got burned when it was left in a hot car.
Oh, no. That sucks. PAL only? Is it supposed to run like this?
Jeremiah Thomas. PAL only.
Look at the Atari's low res trying to render text. Actually, not too dissimilar from how the Atari Lynx renders text, which is barely. Oh my god. This actually has a story? Wait, no, it doesn't.
Renee W. Hugs red hard hugging face.
What the fuck? Hi?
It's time to wake up. I remember my crayons in the back window of the car.
Yeah.
Bye-bye crayons.
Well, like, LCD games cost money back then, so, like... I imagine Elle was not happy when that got melted. She was not a happy loli. Video game?
Arus 218. Thanks for hugs, I feel warm and fuzzy.
Oh. Okay. So is this...
Renee W. Thumbs up purple heart.
I'm gonna have to come back later on this one, because... Or actually... No, let me try Atari Mania, see if I can figure it out there. What was this called? Pick and Pile. This game is a pile. Got it. You can, okay, yeah, you can see. Oh my god, there were so many versions of Pac-Man that it literally goes to page 3. Or goes to page 5 in that case, actually. Oh, there's how many pages? That's a lot. I can drive a very own tank. Yes, I can drive. It doesn't... I wish it would, like, just group these a bit better. Picnic.
LCX. There were those Pac-Man handhelds.
Yeah.
LCX. They were thin and bigger than a Game Boy.
Objective. Oh, object of game. Here we go. The object of the game is to make the highest possible score and to reach the highest screen. Is that literally not the point of every game? That doesn't really help me. Loading instructions with your TV off, hook up. Okay, got it. Just tells you how to hook up the Atari. I feel like you would have to do that. I feel like you would want to like read the instructions of the 2600 before you read the instructions of the game. It seems a bit unnecessary. Grid to the top of the screen and gives you the following information. Okay. Moving the objects. Moving the objects is actually made by an exchange of two objects. To exchange two objects, move the cursor onto an object that you wish to move. Press the fire button, and the object will flicker.
Jeremiah Thomas. I actually have this game with the manual, but I really do not have a good way to play PAL games.
You can't just play it on a regular 2600? Can't you, like... Oh, yeah, no, because you need to, like, have, like, an old TV and, like, fuck with the vertical hold, I think. If I remember that nerd episode well. Making the symbols disappear. Okay, this... I'm not sure this really helps me figure out the game. I'm still going to say come back later. I might have to watch it, like, played in action on a YouTube video or something.
Arus 218. Hello Jeremiah. Jeremiah Thomas. Some PAL games will work just fine, but most need you to mess with the vertical hold.
Yeah.
It's time to wake up. 50 HRS instead of 60 HRZ?
Pick up.
It's time to wake up. HRZ. Jeremiah Thomas.
Got it.
Hello Arus 218.
Okay. So, whereas Phoenix was Space Invaders but massively supercharged, this is like Space Invaders. This is like Space Invaders for babies. You know, if you were to say Atari 2600, I think this exact game would come into people's heads. If not just Space Invaders specifically.
Jeremiah Thomas. This game I do not know. Probably PAL only, but maybe a homebrew.
If it's a homebrew... This seems kind of like, I don't know, too mid to be a homebrew. This seems like something that was maybe released to some poor kid. I'm gonna take a quick look and see if this game was commercially released. See if it says like on the scrolling text. Okay. Here's the deal. Oh shit! Did Joe Biden write the? Did Joe Biden write the copy for this? Here's the deal. You want that? Your dreams. You gotta do the thing. With the thing. You start with okay. It's not saying whether actually. Oh, Fox Video Game. So this is legit. CGE Services.
LCX.
Maybe it was unreleased.
This is why I gravitate towards PS1 games TBH.
You know,
Jeremiah Thomas.
I thought...
No joke.
No joke! Yeah, exactly. No, I'm serious. Now I'm wondering... Also, it says adults.
At Jeremiah Thomas, have you seen the video game years? LCX. PS1 games aged beautifully, they're still relevant today.
I don't know if they age beautifully. I mean, all of the games that, like, use tank controls, fucking Tomb Raider.
Jeremiah Thomas.
Tomb Raider specifically kind of goes against that argument.
Videos.
That game aged like milk. That game aged like Lara Croft hits.
It's time to wake up. Yes.
The old packed control videos.
Jeremiah
I'm not sure
Thomas.
who they are.
I have seen a bunch, but it has been a while. LCX. I didn't even like those tank control games back then, so I don't even care, lol.
Fair enough. You know, here's the thing, is like, I've thought of doing something like this. Like, when I'm done with 2600, I've given, like, some thought as to, like, what I want to do afterwards.
LCX. Like I said, Armored Core makes tank controls work.
Well, yeah, because it's quite literally a mech that makes
Jeremiah
sense that
Thomas.
it has tank controls.
There were more people than just Pat, but I think he was the main guy.
Okay. Oh, is this that video game years thing that somebody was talking about? With, like, Pat the NES Punk and, like, some other ones? Yeah, I've, like, thought of, like, what I wanted to do after this, and I've thought of, like... I've thought before about, like, PS1, but here's the thing, the PS1 library is
It's time
massive.
To wake up. LDP and company had never heard of them. I was trying to explain Drug Wars to them and mentioned it was on that series.
Oh, yes, okay.
Jeremiah Thomas. Yes, that.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, like, the thing is, the PS1 library is fucking massive.
Jeremiah
like, literally,
Thomas.
I think it's over 2,000 games.
Was Drug Wars that Midway arcade game?
Talk about games from all regions, and I would imagine, like, the vast majority of them are unplayable to me because they are in Japanese. Or just overly complex. I'm thinking maybe Super Nintendo if I were to do something after this. Because I do want to keep doing, like, these alphabetic series.
PS1 is the gen that has games you can re-release as is today.
True, you're right. I'm thinking, like...
It's time to wake up. Text-based game where you dealt drugs, made by a high schooler or college kid.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe after this I might do Super Nintendo games. Because, like, I also don't want to do NES or Genesis, because both of those have been done
like they did with
of
Rhapsody.
times over. Like, if you want to see every single Famicom game, Fammy Daily. He actually reviewed every Famicom game from 1983 to 1994. Kim Justice has a bunch of streams up on Twitch where she goes through every single Genesis game on a roulette wheel, or on a wheel, on a random wheel.
It's time to wake up. Resident Evil made tank controls work. Jeremiah Thomas. That sounds vaguely familiar.
What, Famadaily?
Aru's 218. Where's Sherry? She okay?
Who's Sherry? I don't know who that is. Yeah, I don't know. But it's something I've been thinking about, because I am getting, like, a bit closer to the end of 2600.
It's time to wake up. Have you ever played LORD Legend of the Red Dragon or Usurper? LCX.
No, I've never heard of that.
Yet tank controls in Resident Evil take like all of 5 minutes to get used to.
Yeah, but it takes 5 minutes to get used to, but do you want to get used to them? Maybe you do. I would say probably not me. Pickup. Okay, Pickup is a piece of shit game. Or no, that's too harsh for a game that's just hopelessly mid.
It's time to wake up. I could really go for a Jill sandwich.
Oh, are you just quoting Resident Evil? I see. Picnic. Yeah, maybe I will do PS1, but again, that is a
LCX.
huge task.
There's a place for full 3D and pre-rendered Resident Evil style gameplay.
How do I play this?
Aru's 218. Jill sandwich better include Rebecca topping or I go for the Clarita special.
Okay, I see. So you do, like... You aren't shooting anything, but I guess, like... You have to pretend that you are. This works.
It's time to wake up.
I mean, this is more fun
I'm
than what
also
we were
more
playing.
of a Claire sandwich man myself.
I hope it isn't Chris's blood. Honestly, like, the most fun you can have with Resident Evil these days is just with the shitty voice acting, I would argue.
It's time to wake up. Has anyone ever seen the Resident Evil movie recaps done by Space Ice?
I have not. I don't even think I've seen the actual Resident Evil movie, come to think of it. Yeah, this game is slightly better than Pickup, but also not by very much. I'd say it still goes into that category. piece of cake. US games. Also a paddle game.
It's time to wake up. It's like Cinema Sins but better.
Okay. Ding. Good fucking music. Is a game meant to happen?
Jeremiah Thomas.
I don't think I get this one.
You can make whatever you want as long as you never put something bigger on tip of something smaller.
Does that have something to do with the game, or is that just
It's
advice
time
for
to
life?
wake up. Is that the Muppet Chef?
It kind of looks like him. It kind of does look like Swedish Chef.
LCX. The world that we lived in no longer exists. Good L Talks topic. Jeremiah Thomas. The game. Make a layered cake.
Is that what it's supposed to be? Okay. Okay.
Jeremiah Thomas. I want to say you have to have a cherry top.
Oh, I got some points. I did something. This game, I think I know how to play it now. The problem is that it requires a paddle and is very difficult to play with the control setup that I have.
It's time to wake up. Remind me not to hire LDP at my cake factory.
Okay. I didn't want to work for your stinking cake factory anyway. Probably boring. Probably has many OSHA violations, just like this cake factory.
LCX. I was just thinking that the only way to recapture or at least get a glimpse of the wonder of gaming back in the day is to capture it into words. LCX. A memoir, a diary, a semi-fictional novel.
Has this stream caused Elle to have an existential crisis? Because if so, good. I'm glad I could
LCX.
assist in that.
Narrated in the first person. It's time to wake up. Oshawa violations make work more funner. Pallet jack races allowed. Fork truck justing too. LCX. Where's the crisis?
Good point. The crisis is in Crisis Core.
Jeremiah Thomas. If you get a piece that will not work, you can drop it at the end.
Okay.
LCX. Those days when we could be fascinated by new innovations in video games are gone, but we can capture a tiny bit of that experience, and how it was like through words was my point.
Okay. Piece of cake. Probably fun if I had the proper control to play with.
Like the Virtual Boy? LCX. No, like jumping from 2600 to NES. LCX.
Pigs in
Seeing the difference between the console and the arcade game.
This is the one Muppets game that was actually released, right?
It's time to wake up. But 3D. LCX. The jump from SNES to PS1.
I think this is the one that was released. I can be that or that.
Jeremiah Thomas. Yes, this was released.
What?
LCX. Seeing a Dreamcast football game and thinking, is this a live match?
I'd say, like, I think, like, the, what was I gonna say? I don't know if we've...
Jeremiah Thomas.
I'd say, like, we didn't get to that...
There are 3 separate games.
Well, I can't seem to figure out even this one, so... Oh, I see. I was getting... So it's Space Invaders, but worse in every conceivable way.
It's time to wake up. Gonzo UFO.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, that gives it some points, I guess. Also, you're on an ostrich. I love how it's pigs in space and there's like no pigs anywhere. It's like every animal but pigs. Unless, am I right? Is that what I am? Am I the pig riding on the ostrich? The Muppet ostrich that definitely existed in the Muppet Show? Why is there no Muppet ostrich? Quack, quack.
LCX. I know because that's how me and my friends felt seeing some football game on Dreamcast on a shopping mall TV and marveling at how it was so much better than a PS1.
I don't know if we ever got really to that point until like the PS3, and even then I still argue we aren't at the point where video games look realistic. Video games still kind of look like shitty models most of the time. I can't even say like most of like the like graphical showcases I see of like PS5 and series games look good.
LCX. We got to that point in my time. It's time to wake up. Seaman was the greatest game on the Dreamcast.
I agree. Well, I don't know if I would say it's the greatest game, but... Okay, so
LCX.
now it's Frogger.
I'm sharing an experience that you can never have anymore, LDP. LCX. That's what I meant.
I see, yeah. So it's like Freeway, but also worse. So instead of doing one game well, they've done 3 games poorly, is what I would argue.
LCX. We know better, we've seen better. Dreamcast was nowhere near realistic, but back then, especially if the camera doesn't zoom in on a small analog TV, it was magic.
I think the thing I've said before is that even now we aren't at the point where video games are anywhere near realistic. Even as a kid, I like looked at like, oh, like even as a kid, people were saying like video games are indistinguishable from
LCX.
movies. I'm like, no, the fuck they aren't.
Because
they
we
still
didn't know better, we didn't open the Pandora's box of video game potential yet.
And I argue we still really haven't. Like, to me, like, video games at this day and age are just a massive disappointment. I think we could be doing a lot more to bridge the gap between video games and real life.
LCX. Now we have.
I don't think we have.
LCX. We know what games can look like.
Again, like, I remember, like, even back in the PS2 days, I was disappointed that, like, video games didn't look more lifelike. It, like, because I felt like they should have by that point.
We're no longer constrained by hardware. LCX. Just by development drama.
I don't know, I think we are still constrained by hardware. Because, again, video games even like the system sellers look like shit. We do not have a video game that looks good, in my opinion. Video games
LCX.
should.
Because you grew up in a generation that knew better.
I don't know. Like, I argue, like, even now, video games still look like shit. Like, even the ones that are supposed to look good. Like, photorealistic games do not exist because
LCX.
we just...
Look up some of those GTA accident recreations.
Well, is it like... okay, I will do that.
LCX. Add a few filters and no one knows better.
I guess. I don't know, it's just like... I feel like we are kind of restrained by technology because technology just kind of... Like, technology kind of just halted at some point. I think sometime around, like, the late 2000s, we just kind of hit, like, a technological wall and never really... At least in the consumer field, and this goes beyond, like, video games. Like, we kind of just hit a wall of, like... And I think it's not even necessarily a wall of, like, what we are capable
LCX.
of. It's a wall of
No,
what
we
do we even want anymore.
It's
We've
time to
reached
wake
the
up.
point of what
I
is
believe
even...
there are Cyberpunk 2077 mods that look real. Arus 218. Have to go have fun, take care.
Bye.
Later everybody. Then Aru's house was mega flared. WHYYY? Hand pink waving. LCX. Your phone is stronger than your monster PC from 2000.
But it's not
LCX.
that much stronger than my phone
Later
from
Arus.
like 10 years ago. Is what I'm saying. Like, at some point we kind of just hit a brick wall of, like, innovation. Like, the phone that I have... Well, the phone that I have now is... What are we up to now? Like, the iPhone 16
LCX.
and I have a 13, and it's not
Yes,
really...
it is. It's time to wake up. Eru. LCX. 1.4 GHz or less 10 years ago.
That's probably about what it is now. Hell, they still sell computers that are like 1.4 gigahertz. Yeah, they're kind of like on the... I don't even know what we're... See, like...
LCX. 10 core 3.0 GHz phones nowadays with IGBIS.
But also, like, what are they doing with that? That's the other thing, too, is like, yeah, like, on paper,
Old game
they
fiction.
have more specs, but what are they actually doing?
What if we are in a
that?
video game right now, long playing the dawn of video gaming?
Because, like, even, like, back in, like, the late 2000s, I remember shit like Infinity Blade that looked like
LCX.
PS3 games.
My Hoyo games.
Mahoyo games? I don't know what that is. Oh, mobile games, I think you meant. Like, even, like, in the late 2000s, we had shit like Asphalt, which just looked like a PS3 game. Like... And again, like, PS3 to PS4 to PS5 is not really that much of a jump, so... Again, I ask, what are we doing with that technology? Not really a whole lot. Games haven't really looked... haven't had much of a technological, graphical leap in the past 10, 15 years. Even in the mobile sector.
LCX.
Alright, what's this last game?
Alien Isolation looks better on phone than PS3 and it's considered an old phone game.
What game is this ripping off of? But... I am going
LCX.
to commit suicide!
And that's the point, though. We already know what game graphics can do.
This is almost like Puyon, but wait, was there a version of Puyon on here? I want to at least get to that.
LCX. And there's no fascination with graphics anymore.
Again, I've always said, like, the problem, the reason there's no fascination.
It's time to wake up.
The reason there's no
LDP
fascination
is
with
ready for
graphics
Elon's
anymore is
brain chip
because we
VR
hit
games.
a brick wall
LCX.
before.
So
like,
maybe PS5 can do better shadows than PS4.
Yeah, but like they still all look like shit. Like, I think the other thing too is that consoles are kind of just a losing battle, and I think even the big three know. Well, at least the big two know this. I don't think I think Nintendo can kind of survive by just being quirky off its own ass, but um. Like, I think Nintendo can kind of survive just being super quirky, but like I think the PlayStation and the Xbox, they've started now to realize that like the problem with consoles is PCs are moving at such an accelerated rate as compared to consoles, which have to have a couple of years of support, otherwise,
LCX.
they don't
No,
work
they
as a
don't look
fundamental
like excrement.
concept.
Modern games look amazing immo. The modern consumer is just spoiled.
I don't know. I thought like we would have reached like I thought we would have reached like photorealistic graphics like a long time earlier, because we had like photorealistic CG, or at least something approaching that. I mean, like even like the early Marvel movies from like 10 some years ago, like they were like mostly CG and they looked fine. How is it that hard to make something like that in game form? Like you can use like photo capture in like areas where I don't know. I guess I'm not a game developer, so I can't answer that.
LCX.
There's probably some reason
and
why
we
you
have
can't
games
do that.
with photorealistic graphics. LCX. What's the point?
We don't, though. At least not that I've ever seen. Maybe I need to look at like the new GTA or whatever. If you're talking about GTA 5, that game does not look photorealistic. It looks like, well, a 360
LCX.
game, which it is.
We do.
Anyway. Pigs in Space. Not fun. Again, it's like
LCX.
3 games done poorly instead of 1 game done well.
youtube.com/shorts/8cx7CIF6UGY?mark SI=2VQKBPJVO06RF-13.
Yeah, shit, that is... Okay, I'll admit, that is impressive. Wait, is Eugene streaming Shadowgate again? I'm sorry, I just saw that in the recommended. He was streaming that last night. Did something go wrong? That's like total off topic, but still. Alright. Next is Pitfall 2. Oh, actually, let's play Pitfall first. So, another scalding hot take. This game did not age well. I think this game is kind of too basic. like, I think something like Pac-Man, it can be basic, but still, you know, is still fun to play today. This is not that. Now, on the flip side, Pitfall 2, we are going to get to that.
It's easy to spot the unrealistic aspects if your mind is actively searching for them,
I guess
of course.
You're right, true. Hey, El, this game has Castlevania controls. You like it?
It's time to wake up. Pitfall was groundbreaking back in the day.
It was. I will not take that away from it, but I don't know.
It's time to wake up. Tarzan. Jeremiah Thomas. I still love Pitfall.
Fair enough. I think I Wait, do the alligators move when you're on them? Can I just wait it out? No, I can't. Every second I'm playing this game is a second
Jeremiah
I can't
Thomas.
be playing Pitfall 2.
Stand on their eyes.
Oh, I can do that. Okay. For the record, I suck at Pitfall 2 as well, but that game is just a technological marvel for this 2600. Oh shit, it didn't close its mouth yet. Oh, I can do that. Oh, never mind. I can't do that forever. Okay, whatever. Pitfall, it's fun, I guess. Alright, now let's get to Pitfall 2. That game is outstanding. That game still holds up.
Jeremiah Thomas. Eyes, not mount.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's an exclamation point. I can't forget that. That's important for science.
It's time to wake up. Gator Chow.
Alright. Fuck that game. We're gonna... Wait, 10K version? What the hell? I don't know. That's probably not the version we want. Let's fucking go! I can definitely say this has the best soundtrack of any 2600 game. I mean, I'm not sure how much of a bar that is, but the soundtrack is very good. Oh, wait. This is, I think, one of the first games to, like, really... No, I don't want to say this is one of the first games to use switch banking. I think you technically did have switch banking even at the beginning. Can you duck now? No, you just have to time it. That's right. have to, like, be in the right position. I wondered if I could, like, just jump through the wall. I might have to add this song to my intro playlist, if I haven't already. I might have already done that. How do I get past that bird? Can I jump over it? No, I can't jump that high. I think it is just kind of. Yep, I was right. Can I dive down? I can, yes. Jump over that scorpion, right? I'm gonna say so. Oh, I had the... okay.
Jeremiah Thomas. The 5200 version of Pitfall 2 is one of the greatest games ever made.
Is it different than this?
Kurumi the Good
Is it just
Gamer.
this, but with better graphics,
There's
probably?
Pitfall 2, Sega Arcade. It's time to wake up. It's not better than Desert Bus.
I'm gonna save state because I'm not sure if you can actually jump over the scorpions. Oh, actually the scorpions... no, you can't jump over the scorpions.
Jeremiah Thomas. The 5200 version, and the Atari computer version, have an entire huge second level.
Oh!
Kurumi the Good Gamer.
Interesting.
LOL.
Maybe... do you... you don't get power-ups in this game, do you? You don't get, like, a power-up that makes you jump higher? I wouldn't think so. I don't think, like, a game this early would do something like that, right?
Jeremiah Thomas. No power up.
I didn't think so. You can jump over that scorpion, at least.
Jeremiah Thomas. The Sega arcade game is actually pretty different than the console game.
Yeah,
Still great
that's what I
though.
was saying, is I don't think that was actually Pitfall 2. This might actually be the most I've... Oh, I hit a checkpoint. Cool. Do I have to get, like, the gold again? No, I don't. This might actually be the furthest I've gotten in this game.
LCX. Pitfall 16-bit version was featured in a show called PC4U on TV back then.
I never liked the, what was that called? Was it the Mayan Adventures? By the way, I found out there's a Pitfall game on GameCube. I downloaded it, but I didn't get a chance to play that last night. I wonder what that is. I assume it's like a Pitfall 3D platformer, perhaps? I think there was also a Pitfall game on PS1. I remember there was like a Pitfall Endless Runner on mobile.
Yes. Kurumi the Good Gamer. Pitfall for PS2 I remembered. It's
Presumably
time to wake
that's
up.
the same as the GameCube one.
Is that a Battletoads? Jeremiah
Yes.
Thomas. I liked Pitfall, the Mayan adventure quite a bit.
I think the graphics were kind of like too detailed for their own good. It kind of tried to do like too much for hardware that couldn't really, like, it kind of tried to be like Donkey Kong Country, and I think like didn't really have the resources to pull it off.
Jeremiah Thomas. I even had fun with NES Super Pitfall, but it took some effort.
Wow, that's actually kind of impressive that somebody managed to have fun with that piece of shit. Actually, I should probably just need to jump
It's time to wake up. AVGN loved Super Pitfall. Kurumi the Good Gamer.
You know what though?
Pitfall for PSX.
Yeah, I was just saying, I thought there was a PlayStation Pitfall game. No idea what that could have been. I'm assuming a 3D platformer? That's usually what games like that were. Like Pac-Man World was a 3D platform. Well, I say 3D,
Jeremiah
more
Thomas.
like 2.5D.
I rented Super Pitfall back in 1989 or so because I loved 2600 Pitfall so much.
I think that was a lot of people. You know what? After Pitfall 2, I gotta show you something. I don't know if I've shown this on stream, and I'm actually not entirely sure this is gonna work properly, because my PC88 emulator is a bit touch and go, but... There we go. Wait! Okay. So you want me to do what now? Because... Oh wait, can I... No, okay, I can't grab onto the lap. How... Where am I supposed to go at that point, then? Because, like, the thing is gonna get... Whatever. I think that's where I got stuck like the last time I tried to play Pitfall 2. I like this game. It's hard though. All right, I got to show you something. This is going to piss you off. What if I told you that good Super Pitfall
LCX.
existed back in the day?
Game is trial and error.
Yeah, well, that's what games were back then. Here's something that's going to piss you off. What if I told you that that good Super Pitfall existed back in the day, but Americans didn't have access to it? Shit, wait. It was on PC 88, right? Is it under Pitfall? Oh, you know what? I might be missing some of my PC 88 games. That's why. I don't know why, but for some reason I am. But yeah,
Jeremiah
look up.
Thomas. Tandy Coco.
Yeah, I've not been able to get that emulator running. But anyway, unless it wasn't an MSX game. What? No, it wasn't. Anyway, look up Super Pitfall on PC 88 and prepare to have your mind blown. That is the Super Pitfall game we could have gotten if it was given to somebody who gave a shit instead of Micronix. Micronix...
LCX. Many Japanese versions of games were superior to US releases, but IS audiences grew up and loved the inferior versions anyway because they weren't burdened with knowledge yet.
Well, here's the thing, though, LCX, is Super Pitfall on PC 88 is a totally different and far superior game. It's not even the same game as Super Pitfall on NES. Look up a video of it. It has a better soundtrack. Well, better soundtrack because it had superior sound hardware. It used like expanded audio that the PC 88 could handle. But also, it was just a better game. And the reason for that is because Super Pitfall on Nintendo was given to Micronix, who I've mentioned this on stream before. Micronix, if you ever played an early Nintendo game that just doesn't quite feel right, it's probably Micronix. They did the NES ports of Ghosts and Goblins, Ikari Warriors 1 and 2.
Like Japanese Back to the Future and Ghostbusters.
No, I don't think Micronix had anything to do with either of those. I forget who was behind NES Ghostbusters. Not Activision, they outsourced it to someone. And in fact, the Japanese version of Ghostbusters is slightly worse than the US version. But, yeah, like, Micronix had Ikari Warriors 1 and 2. It had... they did those. They did Ghosts and Goblins. They did Elevator Action, which was probably one of their better games. They did that really bad port of 1942 on NES. They did... well, they did Super Pitfall, as I said. They did a lot of not very good games. Oh, they did, what were some of the other, like, early SNK games on NES? Alpha Mission? I can't remember if Micronix was behind Alpha Mission. That might have been SNK in-house. Because, like, that game is
Jeremiah
shitty,
Thomas.
but it's not quite shitty enough to be Micronix.
I just started playing Dark Wizard on Sega CD, and I am getting my rear end handed to me.
I don't know if I've ever played that one. Dark Wizard on Sega CD.
Jeremiah Thomas. 1942 I thought was done by them.
Yeah, it was done by Micronix. They did a couple of early Capcom. They also did, XX's, which that port only came out in Japan, but that was also really bad. Uh, yeah, they did. They actually did a Japan-only sequel to Don Doka Don, which you probably know as Hammer and Harry. They did a Famicom-only sequel to that. I forget what it's called, but that one is also really bad. So, like, even in the late 90s, they were working with IREM. They were still getting work. They did, they did, like, the kind of mid port of, Raiden Trad on Super Nintendo. Micronics is an interesting rabbit hole to go down. Anyway, Pitfall 2 is... While Pitfall is...
It's time to wake up. Hammering Larry.
Hammering Larry, yes. Yeah, so while Pitfall, I think, is kind of mid, Pitfall 2, I think, is far superior. It is called Lost Caverns. Pitfall Harry's Jungle Adventure? What the hell is this? Oh, I think this is just a ROM hack of Pitfall. Is it? Yes. Okay. Or maybe, did Pitfall actually have a subtitle that I never knew about? Is it really called Pitfall Harry's Jungle Adventure? Oh my god, it is! I never knew that! No walls hack? Oh god.
Kurumi the Good Gamer. Super Pitfall NES feels eerie. LCX. Ever seen the kids try Windows 95 video?
No, but I don't really watch the Fine Brothers shit.
LCX.
Pizza Chef.
Some of the comments are cringe lol.
Yeah, look, I don't
LCX.
like shit like that where it's
Boots
just
up
like
Windows 95. LCX. Kid, the graphics are so basic.
yeah, that's what I would like. This is the thing, is just like I don't like those things where it's just it's boomer baby.
LCX.
Is what it is.
It's literally the same interface.
It is, but like I don't like those like boomer bait kind of videos like haha inferior kids don't know how to use Windows 95. Like, yeah, but they will never need to do that. Kids these days don't know how to read an analog clock. Yeah, but they will never need to do that. It's just a ways that boomers can feel smug about themselves. That is entirely why those types of videos exist.
Jeremiah Thomas. Windows 3.1 or GTFO. It's time to wake up. I have seen the kids try Atari, NES, etc. videos in my feed but have never watched them.
Yeah, I don't like those types of things. Like Fine Brothers. Also, the Fine Brothers are like pieces of shit. I don't even know what they've been doing since they like tried to trademark the term React. That was funny when they tried to do that. I have to take it
LCX.
down here then?
Kids react to Hatsune Miku.
No, you know what? I would like to see adults react to Hatsune Miku. Like, what the fuck is this? This isn't even real. This isn't even a real singer.
LCX.
I would love to see boomers react to
LOL.
Hatsune Miku. I would pay good money for that, actually.
It's real.
No, it's like a computer.
LCX. Yes, it's real too.
It's about as real as Nobetta's tits. Okay. This exists. This is definitely one of the Atari games of all time.
LCX. https://youtube.be/whju?si=sign 37rlilhj do uj 2. It's time to wake up. Who or what is Hatsune Miku?
I'll tell you when you're older.
LCX. The kids were more shocked than the elders.
Really? Oh my god, this does exist. Okay, good. I'm glad this exists.
LCX. It's
yeah,
time
you know
to
what?
wake
That
up
is exactly the
Miku.
reaction I expected. Like, what is this? Is this a real person? Like... Yeah, it's time to wake up reacts to Miku. You know what? Can you put him on your show? Can you put It's Time to Wake Up on your show? Have him react to Miku IRL? Or whatever, like live on your show? Can we make that happen? I'm surprised the kids are shocked about Miku. Kids are just like, you know what? Like, I feel like kids just have to be like, you know what? People on the internet are into some weird shit. I can't judge. And then just like move on. That's like me whenever I'm exposed to like anything that's just like shocking. It's just like, oh, what? Kids are eating Tide Pods now? Fine, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Maybe because I'm just like maybe kids aren't old enough to be jaded by shit like that. I might just be like too old now to where I'm just like jaded. Like, oh, kids are into this stupid shit. Fine,
LCX.
whatever.
Kids, she's not even a real singer. LCX. How could they? LCX. Elder guy, shake it baby.
Yes. Fair enough. You find the right old person, they'll just like accept weird shit too. Actually, I guess maybe that is more just old people are just jaded by like, you know what, fine, whatever. Kids are in. I feel like that's got to be like the elders' reaction, or like the elders, like the old people's like reaction to Miku is just like, kids are into some weird shit, whatever. I'm into it too. If kids like it, it's probably fine. Except I don't know who is into Miku, but like apparently everyone. Like I don't know like what the target demographic for Miku is, but I think it might be L specifically. Whatever L's target demographic is the Miku demographic.
LCX. There's no target demographic.
I don't know. This is why I can't be in the video game industry, because like I probably would if Hatsune Miku was brought to me, I would probably not greenlight it, and I would lose out on a shit ton of money.
Composers for Vocaloid songs encompass all music. It's time to wake up. Anime Britney Spears.
Pretty much, yeah. They need to like. Does Hatsune Miku have like lore? Has Hatsune Miku like gone through like the rock and roll lifestyle?
LCX.
Has she been like in and out of rehab?
Miku is a software synthesizer software.
Well, like yeah, but like the games, like does she have lore in the games? Has she been like in and out of rehab?
LCX. You add lyrics and music.
Okay. I think they even have like AI that can do shit like that now. Well, I mean, yeah, that would be like really easy.
There's stories in the Project Sekai games.
Okay. Hatsune Miku claims to be bigger than Jesus. Hatsune Miku dies at age 27. Hatsune Miku found dead in Miami. Hatsune Miku pisses on the Alamo. Hatsune Miku snorts fire ants.
LCX.
Just like.
It's basically Miku being a virtual idol and an inspiration to kids from different walks of life to pursue their dreams.
Okay, well, I just took it in a way darker turn. Way dark. I probably made it way darker than any of the games dared to go, but fair enough. Miku is not metal enough. That's the thing. Like, they need to have like
LCX. There's an anime movie coming up.
They need to like rebrand Miku to be like live the metal lifestyle, just like
LCX. I disagree.
Miku's drummer like dies on the pavement of an overdose. Miku takes a picture of it and has it as their next album cover.
It's time to wake up. Snorts fire ants, show that one.
Yeah, do that.
LCX. Here's my argument https://youtube.be/m6mcu38zsie question mark si equal sign 0 bezes 3s hyphen zax qssl. It's time to wake up. Miku meets Steve O'Jackal's 5.
Oh, is this darker Miku? Okay. Okay.
LCX. https://youtube.be/tix5gv63m0 question mark si equal sign l9bqe new lsd underscore srh7s.
I don't know. I wish Miku was more cursed. Why won't Sega hire me as a video game writer?
LCX. Really? Miku isn't metal.
Anyway, Pizza Chef. Actually, I've played enough of this game. Yeah, it's fun. I'd say it goes a little bit above meh.
LCX https://youtube.be/mf4ktg4c-ic $SI LJPGC3 kebnave WHL LCX. Here, you want the instrumentals banging right away? It's time to wake up. LCX. If I ever find a monkey's paw, I will use one of my wishes to get you an anime girl.
I just thought of another one. Fucking Hatsumi Miku removes her front rib, so she can perform. Okay, never mind. If you know, you know. You know what? I'm gonna do Planet of the Apes, and then I'm probably gonna call it a stream. I didn't even know they made a Planet of the Apes game.
LCX. That's insulting.
Oh,
LCX. Well. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, like that video you showed me, she kind of looked like female Marilyn Manson.
Jeremiah Thomas.
And
it was unreleased.
Oh,
LCX.
shit. Oh, well, I can't rank it.
Exactly the kind of comment I expect from the ignorant.
Yeah.
LCX. Not you.
You don't like it? You don't like me comparing your idol to Marilyn Manson? You don't like me suggesting that Hatsumi Miku remove her front rib? You don't like that?
LCX. Judgmental and insulting. LCX. I said not you, LDP.
Oh, okay. Well, this is unreleased, so I can't rank it, but this looks pretty good. Is this a platformer? Actually, I can't quite tell what it is. Oh, I see what I'm controlling. Oh, I see.
LCX. Yeah, we make fun of other people's interests on a whim now while knowing absolutely nothing about it. Wonderful.
Was anybody making fun of Miku? Like, I mean, like, I was, like, poking shit, but, like, I have nothing against it. It's not really my thing, but... Wait a second. I'm realizing what this is. Is this Planet of the Apes but E.T.? I am so sad this was unreleased. Why? This is such a terrible idea. I wish they would have released it.
LCX. No, not Miku, at me.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I didn't think I was making fun of you.
If I ever find a grease monkey's paw, I'll use it. Wish you an anime girl? LCX. Fuck.
Oh shit. What? I'm very confused as to what's happening now, and this game's inscrutability is not helping. I'm very happy I'm not ranking this because I cannot tell what the hell I'm doing or what I'm controlling
LCX.
or what's going on.
I fucking said it wasn't you.
Okay. Well, yeah, whatever's going on, stop that, I guess. What is it? Is it time to wake up? Like, I don't know. I wasn't like really paying much attention to this conversation, so I didn't know what was going on. Anyway, I think that's as good a time as any to end the stream and like not address this ever again.
LCX. Yes, thanks for noticing. Bye.
Anyway. Oh shit, Tiburon. Oh, Eugene is. Wait, is Eugene still alive? Okay, Eugene is still alive. Go raid Eugene, anybody who's still in chat. He is, I think, still playing. Yeah. I think that's my
LDP. Raid Eugene.
Yeah, he's playing Beyond Shadowgate.
Tonight we are raiding Ekmyersvitz. He is a figure I greatly admire in the retro gaming community, and is arguably the reason I am here. CHRCK ho his channel, and go to his latest stream. Dinner Productions. https://www.youtube.com/@ecmyersvids.
Anyway, so we will continue on with the P's next time. Tuesday is going to be Threads of Fate. Thursday, Final Fantasy VI Advance. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to, I may talk about this on the Discord, but I might switch out FF6 Advance. I think I'm starting to get sick of it now. Let's see. So I might be doing a PlayStation Vita stream. I'm gonna probably work on that over the week to see if I can get it working. But maybe not PS Vita stream. Saturday I will be on L's channel. Sunday I will be doing Rompori. I will be doing FF7 on L's channel. And then next Monday I will be continuing on with the letter P. So, thank you guys so very much for watching. Always super appreciated. Thank you, Karumi the Good Gamer, Alkin Slice, Arus218, LCX. It's Time to Wake Up, Jeremiah Thomas, John Enclave, Orc War Chief Reviews, Renee W, Nintendo Vaults, Ketsu Sanya,
Renee W. Bye
Jet
everyone.
Screamer,
Renee W.
Old Game Fiction,
Hugs hugging
and
face.
Timmy, Jimmy, Kimmy. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Good night. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Bye everyone.